and proud of you. Forget about the tears on the level. See me eye to eye. Stand up like a man.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another MoGraph podcast. I'm your host, Matt Milstead. Joining me this week is the digital chef himself, Mr. Patrick Fordy.
Mitchell.
Sorry, I got a little...
Mitchell Patrick Fordy.
Mr. Patrick Fordy.
How we doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Super excited to have you here. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to our universal sponsor, Otoy. Thank you, Otoy. They're the makers of Octane Render and the Render Network. With Octane, you can create super photorealistic renders incredibly fast. And for those renders that need that extra push of power, the Render Network has you covered. Render Network allows you to render your Octane, Redshift, and Blender cycles, frames in a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost of other cloud rendering services. And a reminder, we have reached a new month, people. So there's a new theme for the Render Royale. For those who don't know, the Render Royale is a monthly competition that the Render Foundation holds, where you submit a render, either an animation or a still, and you can win cash prizes, anywhere from $250 to $1,000. Super exciting. Yeah, so this month's theme is Architectural Marvels, and you can compete in either Redshift, Octane, or Blender cycles, and each one will give away up to $1,000. So you could enter 3 times and possibly win $3,000. So good luck to everyone. Super excited to see all the entries and stuff. But we are here to talk to Mr. Patrick Fordy. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. That was actually perfect timing, too, because I just posted something on my story. And
Good.
right when you went to me, I went, put it back. So I've been good, man.
That's
How
good.
we doing?
That's good. Yeah, I just got the notification. He mentioned you in the story. Well done.
Let's get it.
Good
You
time.
and MoGraph.com podcast.
Yeah.
At Instagram.
Cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. How have things been? I haven't talked to you in a while. I feel like we've you've been continuing doing your render stuff. I've been crazy busy.
Yeah.
But you do. I will say, and I don't know if this is what are you? Are you Gen Alpha? Are you which Gen?
I think I'm the last year of millennial.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The very last year.
So I'm an elder
1995.
millennial, and you're a younger millennial, I guess.
An
Okay.
algo?
I don't know. I will say,
What did you say?
or I don't know if it's just you as your personality or whatever, or the younger generation, but the fact that you do call me occasionally and just randomly FaceTime me, I do appreciate that. It's nice. I feel like that's something I appreciate from you.
I check up on my people.
Yeah, it's
Always.
nice. So I think you called me one day or something, like like a month ago or something. You're just like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm walking around New York City or something like that.
It was just Atlanta.
Oh, it's just Atlanta. All right.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder what you've been up to, man.
Yeah. So I've just been working. What have you been up to? Still doing the daily render grind?
Yeah, I feel like, so I just turned 30, like
Congratulations.
last month in August. So I went to Mexico with my girl, and we did a bunch of like island hopping, like rented out a dune buggy, a golf cart, and all this stuff, and just, I don't know, kind of tuned out for a week.
Yeah.
And then I've been feeling a little bit, I was always super like, okay, I have to do the daily. I feel like guilty if I don't do the daily every single day on Discord. But then I feel like the last year has been like my transition to like, okay, if I'm not doing that and I'm like maybe traveling more and like not beating myself up, it's not the end of the world. Like I've done that. I've done made every damn food there is that I can think of. That's why I'm on this like new global series where every single day I'm doing a new like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's re-inspired me. There's only so many times you can make like chicken nuggets, burgers, like Reese's, like that kind of collab Americanized food.
Yeah.
And I've done that so much, but I think at this point I'm just looking for new ways to get inspired while sticking in the food realm, because I
Yeah.
feel like there's always ways to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
But so I've just been doing a little bit of that, celebrating for the birthday. Had some stuff going in the background, and then just doing like client work in the background.
How's the client work going?
Yeah.
Is it
It's going pretty well.
More of the food stuff, similar. So you did people can see on the YouTube, image for the show. You worked on the Pop Tarts. What is it? The Pop Tarts crunchies or
Yes.
what are they called? I don't know.
The crunchy poppers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta love the name.
Right. So yeah,
Yeah.
are you
So
doing
those have
more?
been-
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So those have been. It's funny. Like I've been doing food for, at this point, it seems like a long time. Like maybe like 3-4 years. But even now, I'll have stuff that is just starting to pop up in stores that I would work on like a year or two ago, because it takes
Interesting.
so much longer to get packaging
Yeah.
and stuff out when you're dealing with food products and like safety regulations and like FDA. So a lot of this stuff is still coming out. But yeah, those came out, I feel like maybe a year ago or something like that. And
Yeah.
now I'm starting to see them a lot more like airports and like more common
Yeah.
places. So that's been fun. But just kind of like I've been so niche in food, and now I'm even more niche in, instead of it being digital, I'm almost strictly in the just static packaging realm. Or
Really?
just stuff for like the front of the boxes, back of the boxes,
Yeah, that's cool. So are you having to deal with a lot of like print stuff and very specific print things, like working in CNYK?
Dude, honestly, not really. Like, I'm just doing what I do. I send it to people, they convert it, and they just deal with it after that. And I never usually get. I've had like once or twice where like, hey, this is showing up a little bit different on our system, so we like look into it. But for the most part, it's literally just as easy as me sending it to them. They can figure out how to like convert it to CMYK.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not a crazy process. Just the colors work
Yeah.
a little bit differently. But yeah, as long as the initial renders come out pretty decent, like they're happy with it.
That's cool.
Because so much of it, like the detail when you're looking at a screen, like I've just had to get used to like so much less detail. Even with like high quality printing, you're not getting near the detail as you are in digital.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, especially on like the cardboard and stuff, like maybe on like a fine magazine, it's different. But like on these like cardboard boxes and stuff, like the way they print it, you're always losing all this detail anyway. So
Yeah. Interesting.
Mhm.
Any clients that you
Yeah.
can talk about or work that you've done that has recently come out?
I never actually know when these things come out because it takes so long.
Yeah.
I know I did some stuff for Raising Cane's
Oh, that's cool.
a few months ago. No idea if that's out yet. I'm trying to think. Some stuff that recently came out was like Tosi, which is like a newer granola company that's in Sprouts, which was fun. They just
Cool.
sent me like pounds of different granola bars that looked really similar at first glance. Then you're like, oh, these do kind of look different. With like different little flavor cues. So I've been doing a lot of stuff like that. I feel like I want to mention something, but I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
allowed.
Better safe than sorry.
So that one,
Yeah.
and then
That
yeah, I
one
feel like
sounds
these days it's-
delicious.
right with the ketchup and the. No, I'm just fine. These days, like a few years ago, I was doing maybe 1 to 5 projects, or maybe no, like 3 to 5 projects at a time, but they were like small to medium sized.
Yeah.
So I was always kind of like doing busy work. I think nowadays I'm doing way fewer projects,
Mm-hmm.
but they're just like bigger in scale. Like instead
Yeah.
of doing like one render, it'll be like, hey, this one will take me like 3 months, but we need like 15 SKUs of something. Where we're making like a bar or something like exploded for the front of a box, and then we need like a lot of that. So it's a bigger scaled project, and then I'm kind of setting them up with like every single render.
Yeah. Do you like?
And it gives me a lot more time to do like social media stuff and like
Yeah.
do my thing, travel a little bit. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Been doing a lot of traveling. Just you mentioned that, but like, are you planning more trips?
Yeah, I think so I used to only really travel if it was work related
Mm-hmm.
to a sense, but like I did the Mexico thing for the B-Day. Trying to think of the last. I just got back after that from Ohio because I was visiting my grandma.
Oh yeah.
Shout out grandma. She's in Akron, Ohio. That's the only reason you ever visit Akron. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
to
like
visit grandma.
Ohio.
Even if you don't have.
I do.
Yeah.
The few times I've been to Columbus, it's actually pretty nice. It's not too bad.
I used to live in Columbus.
Oh, really?
yeah, when I
that's-
was a kid for like 2 years.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Columbus is like it. You know, you don't. It feels like a cool hip college town. You know, like at least the downtown or something like that. I kind of liked it the few times I've been there.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw it as like a college town when I was like 5, but I'm just like raging. I kind of just stayed at the crib,
Yeah.
literally and metaphorically. But yeah, Chicago's cool. Shout out to Grandma.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the traveling I have next is at the end of, let's see, October. I'm
Yep.
going to be presenting at
XR Motion
the-
conference.
yes,
Yeah.
XR Motion Conference, which I'm excited about. I think it's at NYU, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Something
during
like
the
that. That'll be
same
fun.
time. So in case anyone who's listening is planning on going to NAB New York, it's like right at the tail end of NAB New York as well. So
Yeah.
I believe xrmotionconference.com. Let me see. XR Motion Conference.
.gov.
xrmotion.com/conference. So it's October 25th at NYU, which is it's gonna be fun. That'll be fun. MoGraph is a sponsor of that, so I'll be there as well. Give us a chance to hang out, which is exciting. I don't think I've seen you in person all year. Or no,
don't
you were
think so either,
probably
man.
were you at NAB this year?
No.
Then I haven't seen you all year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were at NAB?
I was there shortly. Yes. Like
Yeah.
it was very sad. NAB was very
Really?
sad. Oh, it was so sad this year. Like
Sad on the NAB side or like the Maxon side? Or the...
yeah, I mean, so I spent for the few little bits that I was on the showroom floor, I hung out at the Adobe booth, you know, checking out like Substance Designer and talking to the Substance team and stuff. But the Maxon presentations, they were hard to watch because they like the audio was just so bad and
Did you
whatever.
talk to like the McDermott dude?
I don't think so.
I feel like he's like the figurehead of the Substance stuff whenever they're at those.
Oh,
He's like the guy that breaks
probably.
out. Is it Weston McDermott or something?
I don't know. Yeah.
Something like that. I feel like people know him, but he was a cool dude. I met him at SIGGRAPH last year.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the Substance crew. I like the Substance crew, and I don't know. I'm, you know, I bashed Adobe for most of my career, but like I
Yeah.
really like
Wes.
this stuff. Yeah, I really like the stuff that they are doing currently with, you know, 3D and implementing into After Effects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, and the Substance stuff is just fantastic. You know, the stuff that I've been, I don't know if you know this, a lot of the listeners know that I've been freelancing over at ABC, and they've got, you know, a whole Substance pipeline and a couple of guys who work specifically in Substance, and they like the stuff that is there is just incredible. You know, it's the stuff that you
Damn.
can make in Substance is insane. So
I don't think I knew you were doing stuff at ABC, but that's awesome.
yeah, I've been freelancing there since May. You know,
Nice.
I think I'll be there for maybe another month or so. I don't know. It depends on
Okay.
how busy they get, but yeah, it's kind of yeah. Speaking of stuff that waiting a long time, yeah, there was a project that I was freelancing with them last year, and we finished a project, and it still hasn't been released. You know, it's like
See what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like I'm really excited for everyone to see the work that we did. You know, but it's like can't put it in my reel, can't do anything, can't promote it. You know, stuff like that.
We should all just start breaking NDAs. What are they gonna do if everyone starts breaking NDAs?
Well,
Seriously,
I mean, they won't work with you anymore. I don't know.
what are they gonna do? Not work with us and sue?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. It's worth it though.
Is it? Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that client you can't talk about.
Like 5 minutes of talking about it, and then you
Right.
just get sued and blacklisted from every industry.
And then my YouTube channel gets taken down because I'm not allowed to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, XR Motion Conference, are you traveling anywhere? Are you speaking anywhere else?
Yeah, and then pretty much directly after, I'm going to Tokyo.
Oh, that's fun.
For
Are you
2
going?
weeks.
Are you going with EJ and Winbush for that one, for
Yeah.
that event. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
super cool.
And I'm bringing my Fujifilm camera too.
Uh-huh.
And I'm quarter Japanese.
Oh, there
so I'm
you
gonna
go.
be accepted there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, more than here. You're
Sorry.
like, that's just not true.
That hit me in a like I don't
Yeah.
know if that's true. I've heard like this is just what I've heard. I've heard that Japanese people are very racist. So I don't know.
Really?
Yes, I've heard that. So it's
I only
like
heard they're like mad respectful and like quiet.
yes,
Wow.
I've also heard that as well, but they're like either unintentionally racist or like they just
Ah.
there's the bell. Yeah, sorry. But or it's
Oh.
like so I don't know if you're half Japanese, are they going to be more accepting of you or are they going to be less? Do you speak Japanese?
Well, I'm a quarter Japanese, so I think it's gonna
quarter.
be like a flip of a coin. So
Okay.
it depends on the day, I guess, for them. Yeah.
That's
I know
funny.
konnichiwa,
Well, yeah.
genki desu,
Right.
ich ni san shi go.
Akemashite omedeto. That means Happy New Year. I learned that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So.
Santashimashite. Oh, is that what
yeah,
you said?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get my Japanese up.
Yeah, you could probably learn it in a couple months. You know, it's an easy language, I hear.
I'm like, hola.
Dude, I just hit 600 days on Duolingo for Spanish.
Nice.
And I do not speak barely a lick of Spanish, you know? It's
Like even after the 200 days?
600 days. 600
Oh,
days.
oh.
I barely speak any Spanish. Yeah, I started Duolingo like it was like a New Year's resolution. I started like a couple days after the New Year's. So I was like, my New Year's resolution is to read more and to learn Spanish. So I'm at like 600 days. I have kept up the reading stuff and I have kept up the Duolingo, but like it finally got to a point where it's like, this is too hard and I'm only doing one lesson a day and I can't remember them day to day. So it's like, I know the basics, the very, very basics, you know?
Yeah. I tried the Babbel thing, which I think is like their competitor maybe.
Yeah.
But I tried that for a few months and dude, the part of your brain that is in charge of learning language has shut down for me. It just straight
Yeah.
up, like I can barely speak English.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, dude, this dude barely speaks English.
like anytime I say I'm speechless, I actually don't know the words.
It's funny. What?
Speechless.
Okay, talk to me about the Japan event
Yeah.
because I don't really know too much about it besides EJ Winbush and you are going.
Yeah.
Is Shell helping out on that as well?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's helping out. And honestly, I don't know too much either. Like I'm kind of just I'm gonna help them with some content. I'm bringing my Fujifilm camera. I'm gonna
Right.
do a presentation, and then there's like a week of just chilling where we're all just like mobbing out, visiting Kyoto, some other places, and just vibing out. So I don't know too much, other than like I'm not doing too much of the logistics planning
Yeah.
with this one.
You're just presenting.
I'm just
mostly,
like
right?
showing up with my lunch pail and my suit
Yep. There you go.
and my tuxedo.
If you don't
presenting in
present in
a
a
tuxedo.
tuxedo, I'm gonna be very upset.
No, I will.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna rent one.
While you're there,
Yeah.
I hope they have your size. My my
Medium?
medium. My my sister-in-law she's from Taiwan, you know, and
Oh.
you know my my parents went over to Taiwan whenever they got married, my brother and my sister-in-law, and my mom wanted to wear like some of the more traditional Taiwanese or like gowns and stuff, but like all of the women there are so little. Like she had, and my mom's not a big person, you know, she's average size or whatever, but she had to get like a 2XL in order to actually like
God.
fit. That's why I'm saying maybe you don't want to rent one there because it might be too small for you.
It's crazy. I feel like the U.S. is the reverse of that now because
Yeah.
I swear to God, I used to be a large,
Mm-hmm.
and now when I go to the mall, I'm literally buying stuff that is like small.
Really?
It's literally small. It's crazy, and I know I haven't shrank that much. Like
Yeah.
maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
But-
Sizing's weird. Like I'll buy a large shirt,
It is
fits me
weird.
fine, and then I'll buy it from another place. Like if you buy a large from like Target, it's like way too big or way too small.
Yeah.
But if I buy an
Okay.
XL, it's like too big, you know? I don't know. It's weird. Super
Like
weird.
there's no like. Actually, continue.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what this has to do with 3D animation, but that's fine. That's fine.
And that's the state of the industry.
That is the industry as a whole. Yep. The larges are
Yeah.
too small and the XLs are too big.
And that ain't that the truth.
Are you still doing some of the ZBrush like presentations, the ZBrush Live stuff?
Yeah, yeah. So I do one of those a month, or
Cool.
I try to keep up with those. But ideally, I do one of those a month. Cooking with Patrick 4D on the Maxon ZBrush YouTube, and like Twitch and stuff. Even though I don't really go on Twitch, it just like multi-streams to all those
Yeah.
different.
We're
platforms.
streaming to Twitch as
Um,
well. We don't get any listeners or viewers or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to this day, have never actually prepped for one of those. I just show up. And I'm like, all right, what are we making?
Yeah.
And then we figure it out. This time it'll be interesting because I think I'm having one in a few days, and I'm probably still going to be on the global series. So
That's
maybe
good.
I'll take like a viewer's suggestion of which country
That'll
to do
be
their
fun.
stuff from.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Are you now? Is ZBrush Summit, has that already happened, or is that November? November.
No, that is November actually. I'm actually
Okay.
going to be in Tokyo for that time.
Oh, okay. So you won't be
Yeah.
presenting or anything. That's a shame.
Yeah. I'm talking to them about potentially doing some stuff, but nothing's locked and loaded yet.
Yeah.
I'm so mad that I'm not going to be able to be there though. I'm so pissed.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
darn.
I
you'll
might
be in
ask EJ to just
Japan.
move the trip.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to just move the trip a week.
Yeah, just move the trip so I can be at ZBrush Summit. Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
typically do that live?
that's a good reason.
Do you typically go there, or are you just
The summit?
participating? Yeah, locally.
Well, yeah, except I think the past couple years they didn't have any like in person, I
Oh.
believe.
That sounds.
But
about
I
right.
do those were like my favorite events. I think I went to the one in 2023,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was, and dude, that was like some of the best time I had. Like it was at that now former ZBrush building with so much history. Have you been there?
I haven't. No.
Dude, it was crazy. It was just like, and I haven't even been to the new one, which
Yeah.
I need to. I was talking to Ian Robinson the other day. I gotta go visit the new one. It looks sick. It looks like the meta offices or something.
That's cool.
Like super like upscale and shit.
Yeah, I've only ever went to the very old Maxon office. That was
Oh,
just
wow.
it was like a hole in the wall. It was
Where?
it was in between when they were there forever, and then they moved to this new building,
Yeah.
but so it was like, was it before or after COVID? It was before COVID.
Was it in like Hollywood?
No, it wasn't in Hollywood. It was up in what's that play? What's the thing? Thousand Oaks, I think it is. I think it's up in Thousand
Thousand
Oaks.
Island?
Yeah, Thousand Ranch dressing. No.
Thousand Oaks dressing. Just tastes like population. Ew.
Yeah, up in Thousand Oaks, they had this like really old building that they were leasing forever, and then they moved once they kind of went more global and stuff like that, and moved to a really nice building. I never got to see the new building, because COVID happened like right after that or something like that. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
see.
So
Got it.
yeah, but that old building was gross. Haven't been to any of the other, and it's interesting to me that because ZBrush, Maxon, and Redshift are all in separate buildings, right?
You mean in the new building?
Well, no, I think they're all in like just different locations, aren't they? The headquarters
think
and stuff.
I don't actually know. Now that they moved, I have no idea. But I know ZBrush kind of had its own like building.
Yeah.
Like the last building was just ZBrush, but
Yeah.
I don't know ever since the the acquisition, like if Maxon's trying to put them under one building or anything like that. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be weird asking them all to move to Thousand Oaks or something instead of being in LA proper. Yeah.
It'd be like if you were next door neighbor with me and like I was working on my freelance projects,
Yeah.
you were working on yours.
Yeah.
I'm just like, can I borrow a Coke or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, doesn't sound too bad.
No, it's not too bad. I'd love it if you were my neighbor. Come move to
do
Dallas.
it.
You would hate it here. You would,
Really?
Yeah. You know, actually, maybe I don't know. What's it like in Atlanta as far as like activities and stuff? Because that's the thing that I hate about Dallas more than anything is there's no activities. You know, like. Versus like say Austin, there's so many activities. I think that's why it's so popular, is because
Yeah.
there's so many things to do in Austin. Like there's hiking and there's like rafting and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
all these other things. But Texas or Dallas, it's like nothing. It's so gross and it's
Yeah.
hot. But Atlanta's
it
hot
depends.
too.
Yeah, Atlanta's humid and hot. Right now it's 78 though. It's not too bad. It's
That's
like
not
sunny
bad at
78.
all.
So it's been pretty nice, but it's starting to feel. I feel like we're in that moment right now where it's like kind of teasing fall, but we're gonna get
Yeah.
hot again soon,
Yeah.
and then get fall.
Yeah.
But I see Matthew's comment. What's going on, man? I do think something that's fun in Atlanta is I think like a 25-minute drive away, or even 30 maybe, is Stone Mountain, which is
Okay.
like, and you can see it actually from my balcony. It's like this rock out of nowhere, just no mountains around it, just massive like rock.
Interesting.
Where you can climb up top. It takes about like maybe 20 minutes to 25 minutes to like hike up top, and
Mhm.
then you can see like the most unobstructed view of Atlanta from afar.
That's
It's really
cool.
cool. It's just this string of buildings and nothing else. And, like
Yeah.
all these hawks are flying overhead. But I have heard that too. Like it depends. I think Atlanta's a good city if you like just like walking around and like hopping to different bars and stuff like that. I've been
Mhm.
drinking like over a year, like I said. So like that's not like my real cup of tea.
Yeah.
But oh, they're staying in Stone Mountain. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's like a bunch of parks, a lot of like rec stuff, and
I feel like you're more active though. Like I see you playing tennis all the time. You know,
yeah.
like you've probably got
Yeah.
friends. I don't have any friends here.
What's that?
All my friends are remote. You know, they all live in other
Right,
cities and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Well, I guess I did go to college here, so that does help. Did you go to college?
I did go to college in Dallas, but most of my college friends were like they moved. You know, I do
Yeah.
still speak to like one or two of my friends from college, but yeah, they either live in Austin or Houston or something like that. They don't live
Right.
in Dallas because Dallas sucks. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Talk to me about your billboard. Is that real?
Oh, well, okay. That's why I was pointing to this one. I don't know if I can even grab it with this cord. Eh. Here we go. And I put two frogs on it. Shout out to Tessa. But,
yeah.
they sent me this. It's like an actual metal billboard.
Uh-huh.
It's a complete replica of the one that was in Atlanta. So it was real. It was
It
here
was
for
real.
like 2 months. It was real. It was right in like in Midtown Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
And it was just kind of like a collab / ad for Sense Labs.
That's so
Um,
interesting.
Yeah. So we just and plus it was kind of worked out because you could see SCAD from it too. So there was like, hey, there's a bunch of like art
Oh,
students
that
walking around
makes
and stuff
a
like
lot
that.
more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
and it's
thinking
always
to
been kind of a.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's always been kind of a bucket list item I've had too, to get some of my artwork on the billboard, or like a billboard or something like that. Like I've always wanted to do some kind of like external exhibition where like people are driving, they can just see cool art. Because I am so sick of looking at just like law firms
Yeah.
just driving around. Like it's so boring. They're bad quality.
Yeah.
Why not 3D food?
Yeah. I agree.
Seriously.
I
It
agree.
was so funny too. I did like a tiny social experiment when it was up, and I walked, scared this like random civilian. I was like, "Hey, excuse me, bro." And he's like nobody can like approach strangers anymore without
I know.
getting like feeling like you're getting attacked.
Yeah.
But I like was like, "Hey, excuse me, man." And I was like, "You see that billboard?" And he's like, yeah." I was like, "What do you think that's for?" And he's like, it's like advertising for a burger company, and I was like, close enough,
Close enough.
it's fine, and I let him go.
That's so funny. Yeah, because I when I initially saw it first, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. You know, I was like,
That's why I
there's-
waited till April 2nd.
Yeah, I know. But I was like, come on, there's no way. You know, but it makes so much more sense that like you can see it from SCAD. That's why they would want to advertise in that specific spot, you know, to try
Yeah.
and get some of those people. That's pretty awesome, dude. Now, whose idea was it? Was it your idea, or like did you pitch them the idea, or did they come to you with it?
Yeah, no, I was gonna do it regardless. Like I had it made, I had it created, and I just went to them, and Zoot, who also pitched in a little bit. But I was just gonna like pay the actual cost for it regardless. And I was like, hey, like SCAD's buy this. I can make sure the Sense Labs tablet is on the picture you want in. They're like, hell yeah, because I'm tight with those guys. They're always down to like
Yeah.
do some fun stuff. And they were the ones that sent me the tablet. So
Yeah.
any chance we can get some like cool different content out, like we're both down.
So you were going to pay for the billboard anyway.
Yes. Yes.
How much does a billboard cost? Because I heard like tens of thousands of dollars.
Well, that one was like $6,000 a month.
Okay.
Yeah, and we added up for 2 months, but I guess the way that works is you can kind of like negotiate, and I didn't even know that going in. And also I realized with billboards, like a lot of them that you see
Uh-huh.
like are like expired.
Yeah.
So like I had that thing up for like a whole month after the fact, and I just got like free advertising.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it was a prime spot too.
Yeah. Did you get any work from it or anything?
I don't know if I guess I don't know. Like I haven't asked anybody like, hey, did you hear about me from the billboard or anything?
Yeah.
But I did get some people reach out from social media like, yo, saw the billboard,
Uh-huh.
like followed you from the billboard. Because people were just like, what is this? I
Yeah.
have no idea what.
Yeah.
Like, what does this mean? Who is this guy with a hat
Yeah.
drawing with a burger next to him?
Yeah.
What could this possibly be? And I thought that alone was like the thing that's like, okay, let me check this out because I have zero idea.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't. I didn't actually do it because I'm like, this is gonna change. Like, this is gonna be so much more work. Like, I really just did it because I'm like, okay, bucket list item for 1, dope content to post on social media 2, and then 3, like as a bonus, I guess people who drive by, they can check it out on social media. Maybe the numbers will go up a little bit. But I never thought like, oh, this is gonna get me so much client work.
Right.
It's too broad of an audience. Although
Yeah.
right across the street from the highway, you have like the Coca-Cola headquarters, CNN headquarters.
Nice.
So there is a lot of stuff
Yeah.
around there. So yeah.
That's such a baller thing to do. It's like
Why not? Like, why not?
That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like people should do that more. Just like random, like I had no idea what billboards costed. I don't know how it worked. I don't know how I've never seen one get put up. I was like, do these
Yeah.
things just appear there? And so I showed up when they said they were going to come, and I'm like, oh my God, these actual construction guys show up and like unravel it, have to like climb up this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised I've never seen that before.
And
out
did
of
you have
millions
to-
of billboards?
Did you have to deal with the printing? You know, like, did you print or like, did you just give them a massive like image and then they printed it, or how does that go?
Dude, it was actually crazy. The image I gave them was like 1400 by like 2K or something. Like it wasn't even.
Yeah,
it was a
that's
small
not-
image.
That's crazy.
Because when you think about it, you're viewing it from so far. You're not going to see the pixels. You're not.
Yeah.
It can be a small image versus you would think it would have to be like the biggest image, but it's
Yeah.
actually like the smallest DPI you need for those kind of things. And then yeah, so you pay for the time obviously, and you also pay for. I think the actual printing of the vinyl was like $900
Oh, that's not bad
because it's
at
a
all.
massive vinyl.
Yeah.
It's massive. And then when they're done, they take it off and they hold it in a warehouse in case you want to put it back up.
Oh, cool. Can you
Yeah.
like?
Or they'll repurpose it. At least with this company, they'll repurpose it and like give it to you in like a tote bag or something.
Oh, that's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna
Imagine
you're
me
just gonna
carrying that
take it
around.
and like hang it up in your living room. It's just your wallpaper.
Or even worse, just like carrying it around actually in public, like,
Right.
with my face on it. Jesus.
That's funny. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man.
have you done anything? I know you went to SCAD. Have they had you like speak or done any speaking engagements or anything like that, or any events
Yeah,
for them?
I actually talked to the film students at the end of last year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It was either the beginning of this year or the end of last year. But I talked to the film student because I went to school for film, not for 3D or anything.
Yeah.
So my talk was kind of like how like film actually helped me branch out into other industries and like the film principles I still use to get client work and stuff today. Because that was like my whole thing. Like I went to school for film, thought I was going to be director of photography, and then just did this as like a hobby until I started getting client work, and then the hobby just became came down to me being open-minded about like, okay, maybe I can see myself actually being this thing instead of what I thought it was going to be the whole time.
It's so funny because like, I mean, that was very similar to me. I went to college specifically for video production, you know, because I didn't want to go to film school out in LA or something like that. And I was very young, you know, when I went to school. So it's like, and I knew video production from high school. So it was like, oh, maybe I could be a director. I could do whatever. I could, you know, make short films and stuff like that on digital. But then I fell in love with the like After Effects editing part of it, you know.
Andrew Kramer.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I love Andrew Kramer. He's so beefy and pretty looking.
Dude, is he still getting swoller? Like,
I have
how much
no idea. I
swoller can
haven't
you get?
seen him in a while. You know, the last time I saw him was just like in random passing at NAB or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
So other than that, no, I haven't seen him in a while. He moved to Nashville and kind of became a hermit. But
I think the last time I saw him was in Nashville.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
it
we were
might
on
have
a
been
panel together.
the DAT show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't end up going to that one. That was one of the
yeah,
few
that's
that
right,
I
that's right.
wasn't at.
You went to the Philadelphia one,
Yeah.
the last one I was at,
That was
and then I
fun.
went to the Nashville one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun tour, kind of.
That was so fun, dude. It just, I mean, at least when it comes down to just like shooting the shit with each other and
Yeah.
like just traveling to like meet other
Yeah.
3D artists, like that part was sweet.
Yeah. All the extra work and having to deal with the stress of like traveling. Europe was like the DAT tour. I have like this little bit of PTSD with, you know, because I did love seeing everyone and traveling was okay. Like Europe, being able to see Europe was fantastic. Like I had never been to Europe or anything. But it's like the amount of equipment that we were lugging around at all times and having to deal with the logistics of getting things from one place to another, that was the worst part of the tour, you know. Actually doing the work was the worst part of the tour. Hanging out was really fun.
Yeah, once you're there and you have like 15 seconds to hang out, that's like the best. And then you're like, all right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Next city.
Yeah.
What was your favorite city in
My
Europe?
favorite city. So my favorite city versus my favorite like panel and stuff like that were totally different. You know, my favorite city to go to was either Paris or Germany. Like,
Oh, nice.
but I hated the German panel. Like that one was just embarrassing, you know.
Really? Why?
Yeah, it was just like well, okay, so we were not in charge of who was on the panel, you know, and it was all, you know, Maxon. Maxon was supposed to they were supposed to get everyone, and we had a lot of people on it, but we only had one female artist, you know, and you know, when we're the ones booking everything and stuff like that, we try and bring as many, you know, male, female, you know, different nationalities as possible, you know?
Yeah.
And so we weren't in charge of that. And then Karan, who was in charge of getting all the people, asked the question, why aren't there more women on this panel? And I'm like, dude, you're the one who got everyone on the panel.
Asked that question?
He asked that question. And I was like, oh, man, it's kind of embarrassing, you know, whatever.
Did you throw him
And
under
it's
the
like,
bus?
No, I am now, but but it's like also I feel like you know, and not to dog on Germany or anything like that, but like I feel like there's a totally different perspective when it comes to like the way that Germans do freelance work and do work and actually work, you know, than it is anywhere else. So it didn't
Yeah.
have the same cool vibes and stuff like that. I didn't love the German one.
I also know nothing about the German
But
like are most people male 3D artists? Are most female? And it was wildly misrepresented.
yeah,
Like,
I don't know. I don't know. You know, like
Yeah.
that's my first time to Europe ever. But I loved being in for the one day because I actually threw out my back while I was in Germany. Literally the
Wow.
day, like the moment we got there, I was picking up a case and I threw out my back and I was out for 2 days. You know?
and then you were asked that question.
Yeah, right. But then
You're just
I
like, damn it.
but then we actually got to travel around and I got to see like, you know, the wall, you know, the Berlin Wall and like, you know,
Yeah.
all that. Got to see a lot of the history and stuff. And that's what I loved. I really did love that. It was the same with Paris, you know, we got to explore Paris and stuff like that. The presentation or we had a lot of people at the Paris DAT tour. Which was, you know, we didn't get a lot of people getting tickets, but we had a lot of people at the
Yeah.
school just show up, you know, which was cool. We had a packed house. It was a lot of fun. And actually that one was pretty good. What was my favorite? I don't know. I liked London. London was great. There was a few that I just didn't feel like I had to drive the whole conversation, which was good. Chicago was fantastic. You were at that one, right? Yeah, I think you were at the Chicago. It was for half res at the same time. You know, that was the earlier in the day
Oh.
one.
Oh, yeah.
That one
Because
was
I did
fun.
that presentation at Half Res.
Yeah.
And then like a week before was Camograph.
Was it a week before or something like that? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. This year, Camp Mograph.
It was like a
and-
few days before, I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 'cause
I
I
don't
remember
know.
that's why I was being such a stiff about like sleeping in a tent because I'm like I'm not trying to get sick right before I like do this presentation in Chicago.
I know.
I would have gotten a hotel either way, to be honest.
Yeah,
but-
I'm aware. I'm well aware.
Oh, I know.
Are you coming to camp this year? You're not coming to camp, are you?
I might. If I'm allowed. I didn't get tickets
Uh-huh.
at least yet. I think they're closed, but I'm
Yeah.
wondering if I can. I feel like it always comes down to if they're cool with me just like staying in a hotel and just showing up for a couple days.
Yeah, talk to Dave. You know, there's an Airbnb literally right next to the camp that I was kind of looking at. I was like, oh, maybe, you know. You want to go halvesies with me?
Dude, if I don't have to share a room, I'm down.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm not getting there till Saturday. So maybe you could
Okay.
show up Saturday at the same time, then drive with us over there.
Wait, what day is it again?
It's it's coming up. It's next week. So next
What?
Thursday. Yeah. September 11th through the 15th. So I'll be actually flying to Chicago because MoGraph is sponsoring Half Res. So I'll be at Chicago. So if you're gonna be at Half Res, come say hi. Me and Matthias will be
Wait,
there.
when's Half Res?
Half Res is next week as well. So Half Res happens on the 12th,
Oh my-
and camp is the same week. So I'll be flying in on the 11th, gonna hang out. Then Friday, Friday do some stuff in Chicago, and then go to Half Res, and then I fly out for camp Saturday morning, and then I'll be there for a couple days at camp. So if you want to
Okay,
meet
I'm
me
gonna
on
have to do
Saturday,
a lot of. Yeah, I gotta figure this out.
Yeah, you do. I'm putting you on the spot
Because
here.
I remember last time I did this crazy thing of like flying
Yes.
to Camograph and then flying back for one day. and
For
then
one
going
day,
to
just to
Chicago.
come back to Chicago for Half Res.
And it was both in Chicago, right?
Yes, they were both in Chicago.
I think there was some client stuff, and I didn't want to
There
be
was,
like
yeah.
It was an essential day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Temp guy in the chat says, Patrick, any in-depth CG food course cooking in the pipeline?
Like for me,
Yeah.
any in-depth
Yeah.
food course cooking in the pipeline.
You planning any CG food courses? I feel like someone could watch you though every day, and the thing that always gets me, it's like, okay, I can watch you and watch you do the sculpting stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, fantastic. I see where he's going with this. I see his techniques, and I've learned quite a bit from ZBrush just watching you, you know, but it's
Yeah.
your textures and your lighting that I think set everything apart. It's what makes it photoreal.
Mhm. And the crazy thing is the lighting is so simple all the time. But
Yeah.
to answer his question, the closest thing to that I have is probably with you, Matt. Like it was that thing we did,
Yeah.
the Octane, because I actually broke down like a simple chocolate material, a caramel material, and it almost looks like I was like skimping out because they were very simple, but it's literally the case,
Yeah.
like straight up.
Yeah.
So if you want to see any of that, or if you haven't seen any of the texturing, look at that. What is it called again?
I don't know. It's on our MoGraph page.
But what was that series? It was like a MoGraph. It was like an Octane thing.
Octane. Hold on. We did a behind the renders. Patrick 4D. If you go to the MoGraph YouTube and you click on videos, behind the renders, yeah, it's there. So it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a really good one. And like I remember when we were recording that and you were just showing me, I was like, that's so simple. Like I can't believe, but I'm telling you, man, there's something with the knobs and the little bits and stuff like that. The
levers,
the levers and the pulleys. That you
the
just
fulcrums.
You dial it in really well. You know, I don't know.
That's definitely a word. I forget what that means. Fulcrum.
Fulcrum. It's the part on the.
It's like the crust of the earth or something.
No, the fulcrum, I believe, is the pivot point in which like a seesaw or something, right? The fulcrum. Man, now I'm gonna have to Google
That is so random. And why did I say that there?
Because it deals with levers and pulleys. I get it. Yeah.
So I was right.
Yeah, I think you were right. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Well done.
See, I am smart.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You're not just an artist.
Yeah. I'm artistic.
You're. I ain't touching that. Yeah.
That's what she said.
So, yeah, that's cool. Are you planning on selling any more? Because you sold your HDRI packs and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, they're still on their P4D.store. I haven't really touched that in a while. Like, and then but did you hear that?
No, I heard you said but.
Never. All right. No, but I was thinking about. I don't know. I'm not really on the asset wave right now. I feel like I'm just sticking with like, I don't know, posting steady on social media per usual and client work and, like I said, traveling a little bit more.
Yeah.
Been in a relationship for a year, so
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Are most of your clients coming from your Instagram? Are they finding you through Instagram, or is it kind of been a word of mouth thing? Because I know, like, specifically like the sports industry and stuff like that, it's like you'll have people as like, oh, who did this video for you? Oh, it was this team or this whatever. And so you kind of get word around. Is the food industry very similar?
Yeah, no, I think at the beginning it was all Instagram. Not like I'd be getting a bunch of like, I don't know, any serious clients aren't going to be DMing me.
Maybe.
But it'll all come through well, I guess in my experience, like it's usually just like the Instagram stuff's like 3D artists are like, yo, bro, like your work. How do you do this? But like it's mostly my website contact page that goes directly to my email or just straight to my email. At this point, a lot of it is like other 3D artists word of mouth. Like, hey, we got your name from this guy, and like we're glad because like a lot of food's so specialized. Like someone might be like an amazing generalist, but even then, if you're not used to doing food, it can be a little bit challenging. So I think at this point it is a lot of word of mouth.
Yeah.
The digital chef.
The digital chef. I like that.
The chef at a digital.
Okay.
It's that reversed.
I like the other way better.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Any suggestions for beginner ZBrush course that doesn't involve characters? Just curious about CG food, but too overwhelmed to start learning ZBrush. Just look at my ZBrush live streams.
Yeah, honestly, you can learn a lot by just watching someone else work. You know, it was something that I really liked. So I haven't done a lot of ZBrush stuff, but I have done a fair amount of sculpting in C4D, you know, before they were global and bought every other company there is. You know, I had done a bunch of C4D sculpting, and so I found it interesting just watching people sculpt. It's like you kind of get an idea of, like, you know, especially when they're doing like features, like or like facial, you know, sculpting and stuff like that. You learn kind of like where the points are that you're supposed to be grabbing and pulling and, you know, accentuate and stuff like that. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been like, every time I talk to the ZBrush guys, they tell me like I think I have a very unorthodox upbringing in the world of 3D in general, and like you'll see a lot of character artists and they're like really fine-tuned with their brush strokes and very slow, and they create masterpieces. But again, why it takes them so long to make like certain projects, because each stroke, I feel like I just like whip through mine. Like I'm not really like, I'm like carve out really deep shape, inflate, mask here, boom, and then like create polygroup. Like I do all these different things that aren't just like sculpting.
Yeah.
But I'm like crafting this like mesh together in ways where I'm like Boolean, you're like attracting nanomesh, kind of like a cloner thing, and then like baking that into a shape, then dynameshing because the shapes there, like it's like it's actually not a lot of sculpting. Like sometimes for the basic shapes, but it's crazy how much of my work is not actually just like drawing stuff.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have it a little bit easier than, say, like character, you know, ZBrush artists, because yours is it's more forgiving, you know? Like say like a ZBrush artist or like a character artist, if the skull is a little bit too big, like people are going to notice that. But like if the onions on top of the thing are a little bit too big, you know, maybe it's a little bit more forgiving, you know?
Right. I think it's given in some ways it's a lot. I have a lot of rules I don't have to follow. Like a lot of times I'm not unwrapping things because I'm not, I don't care about projecting very specific logos in anywhere near the mesh like you would with like a card decal or something hard surface like that. And also since they aren't being animated, the textures don't really need to be like locked into their forms.
Yeah.
Because if I were to animate a lot of my projects, the textures would just be like whirling around because they're locked in. A lot of times they're just locked in like the world space and not even the object space. And I can get away with that because they're static. They're going on different models, but I can be a lot more forgiving with like the texturing and stuff.
Yeah, so you don't actually
but then
have
in
to
some
go into,
ways
like UV mapping or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
And then in some ways, kind of to your point on the opposite end, like a lot of times people will be like, I feel like this doesn't look right, but they won't even know why. Like with a skull, okay, the eyes are too small. It's very easy to tell when something like the mouth looks weird or like the teeth are too big. But like if something's wrong in the food world, a lot of times it's not as like most people don't even know, like layman's, they won't know that like, oh, the subsurface scattering isn't dialed in the right way. They won't even know what to say there.
Yeah.
Like, but with a human, they're like, okay, his arms are like not big enough at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it comes down to knowing a little bit, like even to critique some of the food stuff, you have to know a little bit of the technical side of the 3D.
Yeah. How different and how similar are a lot of the textures that you're creating for all the different foods and stuff? Like, because we kind of talked about this on that special that we did, you know, because you were able to do like, oh, this is chocolate, this is caramel. It's the same, you know, basic texture with different, you know, colors in the subsurface.
Different
and
scattering amount.
Yeah. Like, I've noticed in some of your live streams, it's like, oh, okay, I need a gravy or or like a chicken, you know, like battered chicken. I'll just change the displacement or change the subsurface in order to get more of like a crispy look versus like a battered look, you know?
Yeah, a lot of times I'll get kind of lazy when I'm making the dailies and I'll be like, okay, well, I made this bun. I don't want to dive deep into this asset browser where I do have a chicken texture. I already am liking the look of this bun. Let me duplicate it in the project, slap it on the chicken, because I already know there's like this, like under a bun you have all this like, it's like really toasted and you have some displacement there. I'll just take that, increase the displacement, increase the global scale. There's like a beginning of a chicken breaded thing, and then change like the transmission color or something like that. Like I guess in my head I just like think that way now. Like I'll
Yeah.
just duplicate the bun. It's generally the same color as the chicken, just like change the way the displacement's wrapped around it, and like maybe the subpolygon displacement, give it a little bit more detail on the texture level. But yeah, I think that's only kind of something you know after doing it for
Yeah.
so many days in a row and just like learning it like John Mayer learns
Right.
piano.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Just the wrong instrument.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's
you're
like John Mayer learns Maya.
you're still an Octane guy, right? For the most
Yeah.
part? Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
tried creating some of the same like things in Redshift or Arnold or
Yes.
anything else? How much
Yeah,
more
Redshift.
is it more difficult? Because I know the Octane displacement is pretty killer, and I don't think there's
Yeah.
anyone who can compete with that. You know? And you have a tendency to use that a lot.
Yeah, I think, and honestly, I don't know whether it's just I'm so much more experienced in Octane because I don't want to be like Octane's just better
Yeah.
before, because I gave Redshift a shot when I was doing that collab with Maxon for the Christmas cookies
Yeah.
thing at the end of last year, which is just like a part of ZBrush and Redshift now.
Yeah.
So I had to learn. I pretty much tried to make a full Christmas cookie scene in Redshift, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I can learn this. Is like because I know what level of realism I'm comfortable with. So if I can get it there, I'm happy with it,
Yeah.
and then I can say I learned this. So I got pretty comfortable with it. And the displacement actually, I almost think that Octane had a better time dealing with the subsurface scattering,
Really?
but Redshift had a better time dealing with like the displacement under the hood. Like I felt like it was more responsive messing with the displacement in Redshift, but I liked the look of the subsurface scattering in Octane and the way they like interpolate all the stuff under the hood.
Interesting.
Because I wasn't really used to like the whole Redshift's like it's like a biased render engine, so
Yeah.
you're like dealing with like the weight of everything,
Yeah.
and it's like it was weird to me like wrap my head around like just changing the weight of something. So I just felt that like in my head that feels like opacity. Like,
Yeah.
if I want to add like these edits to something, I'm not just gonna like put stuff on and change the opacity. That seems very like I'm watering it down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I also don't know if I didn't know it well enough. I'm like I used it for like a month, so it wasn't
Yeah.
even like I was like,
Yeah. Are you now with Octane materials? Are you using the standard surface material, or are you still like going
No.
old school like I do and doing
Old
like
school.
a material? What is it? Universal material and stuff like that.
yeah, like a composite
Yeah.
material, and then
Yeah.
just layer a bunch of sub materials on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that I'm just so used to that, and it's like, what's the point of reinventing the wheel if, like, I've messed with the standard surface, but that was honestly more like the Redshift stuff.
Yeah. Well, so I think the standard surface originally was Arnold, and then both Redshift and Octane adopted that as like, let's make this easier for everyone. Because
Oh, got it.
I find sometimes I'll switch back and forth. Like if I'm going to Redshift, you've got your standard surface one, but then in Octane, I'll go
Yeah.
to the standard surface one just because it's the same,
Yeah.
unless I'm just unless I'm busting something out for myself, then it's like I'll just use the standard diffuse or glossy
yeah.
or whatever. So
100%.
yeah,
So I used to still use the OG Octane materials. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah. That's cool. Anything fun coming up other than the XR Motion podcast and the Tokyo thing?
Trying to think. My girl was asking me if I wanted to go to the U.S. Open next weekend, but I feel like I've been traveling so much. So I
Yeah.
was like, eh.
But you do love
And
tennis.
I love tennis. I've been playing a lot of it. I also hurt my wrist earlier this week, which
Oh.
sucked. But yeah, it's my writing wrist.
Oh no.
But it's not even. no.
Just
It's a different motion when you're
just-
serving.
tape a Wacom to your hand, and then you're good.
Right.
It's all.
The Sense Lab.
It's yeah. Sorry, it's Sense Lab. Yeah, my bad.
I still have the Wacom stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I was sculpting like this, I think I'm fine.
Right.
That's each stroke. I'm like screwing up my wrist.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, darn it.
There's a bell.
What's up, Kenza? It's definitely sunny. I got this bright light. Oh, speaking of which, I guess we can segue for a second. I think since the last time I've talked to you, I've got 3 of these new Amaran 300C like
Oh, yeah?
studio lights. I don't know if this is wide enough, but can you see the? Oh, you can see one of them
Yeah.
here. Boom. Oh wait, no, you can't.
Yeah, you messed
That's
up
the
all
thing,
of my
but-
framing. Yeah, when you
Okay,
did that.
whatever. Yeah, so I got 3 studio lights here. 2 of these have like honeycomb
Yeah,
diffuser
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
so they're not like blasting the rest of the light. But then earlier this week, like, okay, so I had a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if the people have followed me on Instagram, they know I got a huge wall of light here,
Yeah,
which
you
is
do.
just like, this thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See the light. But every single time I would post stuff, it was just so overblown. You could barely see buildings.
Yeah.
So I had to get 3 more lights. So again, kind of solving the problem, but I had to blast
Oh.
myself. At some point, you're blasting yourself with so much light that you're creating a new problem, which it's just not fun to work when you're just being
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
flooded with studio lights.
Yeah.
So some genius person, and that's not even sarcastic, like literally, I don't know how I didn't think of this. It was like, why
Did
don't
you
you
get
just tint the
ND
windows?
filters?
And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I tinted the freaking windows. So I think now it's like 15% of the light that came in.
Yeah.
It's only taking in 15% of the light. So it's literally, and I dropped a time lapse on my Instagram where it shows the guy putting them up and then going from white to just, you can see it, and then you can see the clouds time lapsing. It's
That's
crazy.
cool. That's super cool.
Yeah, and so now these used to have to be at 100%. Now they're at like 15 to 20%.
That's
So
awesome.
I can be comfortable, and then it's
Yeah, real
it's fine. And I
comfortable
still have the
working.
view. It's not,
Yeah.
you know,
That's super cool, dude.
so it's nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a production guy, you should have known about ND filters on Windows and
Should've.
stuff. You know, that's what.
Well,
we
I guess
do.
the only ND filters I was using at the time was like ND filter on the camera, but I'm
camera,
like that would
yeah.
make me darker too.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
I just didn't think of this until later
Yeah.
in the game. It wasn't cheap though. It was like $2,500.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So
And then
but
do
you
you
know
have
what?
to
I'm
take them down
comfortable.
if you ever move out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask if I can have them up. I'm pretty sure you're not even allowed to do that, but
Well, that's
it's
funny.
whatever. I've been here for like 6 years at this point, and
Yeah.
I'm tight with all the people that live here. They're cool.
Yeah. That's good. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick, thank you for being on the show. Where can people find you if they're looking for you?
Yeah, my address is.
Oh my God.
You can find me at Patrick. Well, it's right there. Look at it. I'm
Yeah.
under my name. It's
At
the at Patrick
Patrick.
_4D.
Yes.
So Instagram, that should be the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. And then yeah, find my daily stuff on there. Oh, and Discord, discord.gg/P4D if you want to catch maybe like a few times a week, weekly streams in the morning around like 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern.
yeah.
And then I post the finished content on Instagram. But other than that, appreciate you having me on, brother.
Awesome.
Always
Yeah.
a pleasure.
I appreciate you coming on. Sweet. All right. Well, thanks to everyone for joining us. Make sure to follow us on all the socials, especially YouTube and Twitch. We've been doing our weekly live streams. I have missed the past couple weeks of live streams. I've been having computer issues. I've been having crashes like crazy. So, a couple weeks ago we did, I had the guys from Already Been Chewed on the live
Oh, yeah.
stream talking about Houdini stuff. And like, if you get the newsletter you saw, I called it Baby's First Houdini Tutorial, So
Wow.
they were walking me through doing some Houdini stuff. But yeah, it's I'm gonna continue on with that whole series. I just bought the Mops Plus plugin, so I'm excited to do some of the motion operators and see how that works. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing around with Houdini. I am not gonna let this week get past me, so make sure to follow us there. YouTube and Twitch, that's 7:30 Central Time on Thursdays. I don't have a bunch of guests lined up. I'm going to work on that, but make sure and subscribe to the newsletter on mograph.com. You'll get all the information and reminders and stuff of people coming up. Also, speaking of mograph.com, if you haven't done it already, you need to sign up for your very own mograph.com account. It's a one-stop shop for everything a motion designer needs. You can showcase your demo reel, projects you've worked on, post jobs, apply for jobs, sell your digital goods, find meetup groups, or start one of your own, and so much more is planned. We've got over 800 members and are growing, and we are an artist.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, you are. We're an artist first site where your work will always be yours and never fed to the AI machine. So sign up today. MoGraph.com. Yeah, Patrick, I appreciate you coming on the show and being a guest, and I can't wait to see you in New York. That's gonna be fun.
True.
That'll be fun.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Have to get some Two Bros pizza or something like that. Something fun.
Because we're chill bros.
Because we're chill bros. All right, cool. Well, until next time, I am Matt, and you are Patrick, and we are out of here. Later, yo.
It's pretty good, I guess.